Good morning. Thank you for being with us. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Do you ever hide your light under a bushel? God calls us to be light bearers. That's a pretty good description of what we go through our special offering today as we nurture mission with and provide scholarships to the Native Americans who want to let their light shine. This Sunday, United Methodist observed Native American Ministries Sunday by receiving a special offering. This day recognizes the gifts and contributions of Native Americans to both church and society because of their gifts. United Methodist Church nurtures mission with Native Americans and provides scholarships for United Methodist Native American seminaries. Please give as you are able. The Book of Discipline says our struggles for human dignity and social reform have been a response to God's demand for love, mercy, and justice in the light of the kingdom. It reminds us that we believe the love of God is always linked with love of neighbor, a passion for justice, and a renewal for life in the world. Often our idea of an individual or people group takes place of genuine understanding. When individual groups of people become objects, it is easier to view them with the context of our own purpose. When individuals or groups become objects, we no longer treat them as persons of sacred worth. Affirming the sacred worth of all individuals is an integral part of the mission of the church. Let us worship the God of diversity who made the world in colors, in seasons, in endless variety, who created the diversity of the earth's people in his image. The preservation of native cultures has been difficult. Much has been lost. Imagine seeing a tribal dress and dances that take years of preparation and even spiritual training parodied by non-native persons. It is significant in taking elements of Christian worship and using them in the same light. Our theological basis for affirming native people is found in the Wesleyan understanding of Christian discipleship. The gospel affirms human worth. The church cannot express that worth while refusing to address elements in itself and society that demean people and cultures. At a general conference, Native Americans are asking us to see them as they are. I have some words for you today from a Lakota Indian Chief. His name is Ray Buckdey. He is also the director of the Native People Communications Office at United Methodist Communications. He's an awesome person to hear speak. I was in a class of his on storytelling. And first off, he got up, and I had not seen him before, but there are people there who had. And he made the note to them. He said, I know you all are wondering what happened to my hair, because he had had a very long braid. He said, my braid is an act of mourning. I have removed it, as my wife and my child have been killed in a car accident. And that just broke my heart. He gave up part of him to show for his wife and child. God asks us to see beyond the village in which we live, to encounter new things, to give away our way of seeing the world. In the end, we see the world as God does. When I met him, I was at a class, and I found some things out that I had not been aware of, that when the Native American people were put on reservations, once they put them on the reservation, they took their children. They took them back to the East Coast, trying to teach them to be something that they were not. In today's life, they are working under their own, what they were taught, but they are also accepting Christ as the Savior. And it's important to see that you can have what you've been taught, but you can also bring it forward to teach somebody else something so that you can believe both things. Mr. Buckley was a very inspiring speaker. He also was caring for his special needs brother. He lives in Alaska, and he travels back and forth between all the different places he goes. And I've picked up a book on the Lakota Indians, and some of the things I found in there were kind of surprising. And I think if you were interested, and now at a time when we're kind of at home and we can have more time to do things like that, get a book on the Native American Indians. It doesn't have to be Lakota, any of them. But the one thing I found interesting was that when the Lakota Indians were hunting, if they killed an animal that they were going to eat, they prayed over the animal before they ate it or before they killed it, or right after they killed it, thanking it for being there for them to help them feed and have food for the family. And as an ending for this, I wish I have a small prayer, and it is, Creator, help us discover the power that lies in the wisdom and understanding of our role in the great mystery and in honoring every living thing as a teacher. Thank you.